You're watching Chasing News with Bill Spadea.
Welcome back. I'm Jeanette Hoffman, in for Bill Spadea. Coming up, from joint accounts to how much you make, couples and money is a hot topic. Why one doc is a little skeptical about a recent survey. Plus, talk about a great hugger. Hear how the death of this man's dear friend sparked a trek across the world. But first, a shocking new report from New Jersey Advanced Media detailing allegations of sexual harassment and worse from women working in state and local politics. State Senate Majority Leader Loretta Weinberg wasted no time responding to the allegations, announcing she is forming a committee to address the, quote, toxic culture. Reporters Sue Livio and Kelly Habor interviewed women who said they had been harassed, groped, and sexually assaulted. Their report was published Sunday on NewJersey.com and in the Star Ledger. Joining me now is Susan Livio from New Jersey Advanced Media, one of the co-authors of this article. Susan, I read this article. It was explosive. I'm sure you've gotten quite the reaction from folks in New Jersey politics. Can you tell me what really spurred you and Kelly to take a stab at writing this article?
We didn't quite understand why New Jersey wasn't having its Me Too moment yet, right? So in some state houses across the country, there have been lawmakers who have been forced out, who have resigned. Not New Jersey. We approached almost 24 women who have been in this field for a long time, said, let's just have a conversation. Let's start it off the record. But what we found is that the reason New Jersey really hasn't had its Me Too moment is that women don't trust that anything positive is going to come out of coming forward. There was no way we can convince them otherwise. So we granted anonymity. More than one person said they looked at what happened to Katie Brennan, who is the woman who worked on the campaign for Governor Murphy and accused someone on that campaign of rape. And more than one woman said, well, I looked at what happened to her and said, I couldn't go through that. Nothing good came from that.
You and Kelly talk about two big New Jersey political events, one being the Walk to Washington, which actually takes place on a train.
It's a very key event to be seen and to meet people, but because of the close quarters, because of the alcohol, it's created an atmosphere for years that women get groped, propositioned, and it's grabby. And for years we heard, oh, no, it's gotten a lot better. Well, perhaps it's gotten better because women are taking another train, or they're not going.
Thank you so much for coming on the show today, Sue. We look forward to talking to you again. Thank you and Kelly for this excellent reporting on this issue. We really appreciate it.
Happy New Year.
Thanks, Sue. Happy New Year. Joining me now, Democratic strategist Bill Caruso via Skype, and in studio, Republican strategist Matt Rooney. The three of us have been working in New Jersey politics for a couple decades now, and I read this and I was shocked and horrified, but almost not really surprised about some of these allegations that I read.
Well, that's exactly where I was going to go. Unfortunately, I'm not shocked. Anybody who's been around Trenton, around politics in the state, ridden on a chamber train or been to the League of Municipalities knows that this is the status quo. I mean, it's basically spring break, but ugly. That's what these events are like if you've never been to them. And they're basically just a giant excuse for pay to play, for vendors to interact with the people that make the decisions. And I'm happy that the politicians are finally deciding to police their own class, but they've been presiding over this toxic culture for decades now. Not years, not months, decades.
Bill, this report, a lot of women were off the record. They talked about being raped, sexually assaulted. Do you think now more are going to come forward and report these claims?
Maybe. We'll see. I think it's a question of whether they feel comfortable, and I'm not sure the culture's changed. They're probably worried about retribution. Some may have signed non-disclosure agreements and may be prohibited from doing so. One point I'd make to Matt, though, I disagree. I think these events can be useful. I think networking events in general can be useful. I think members of both sexes can go out with one another and engage in adult professional behavior. A couple bad apples, though, spoil it for the whole bunch. There's no reason why grown adults can't go out and socialize together in a professional setting without getting in trouble.
Well, it sounds like there are more than just a couple bad apples. This is just the beginning of the conversation. I'm sure we're going to hear more about this. Thank you both for being with me today.